Welcome to Story Timer. Beth Ann Mote and Lisa Janson, Ohio. On Thursday, October 20th, 1977, 14-year-old Beth Ann Mote headed off to middle school at 7:15. Her Dayton, Ohio neighborhood was a quiet one. Her walk to school shouldn't have taken long. It was a chilly morning, so she was wearing a couple of sweaters. Beth's mother was an Episcopal priest. She was one of only a few female priests in the country at that time. The Mote family lived a quiet life. Somewhere along Beth's route to school, she vanished. Like most schools in those days, if children did not show up, they were simply marked absent. No calls home were ever made. If a child did not show up, it was just assumed they were ill. Consequently, Beth's mother had no idea that Beth had never made it to school. Beth's abductor had an 8-hour lead on anyone who might have begun searching for her. That weekend, 2 of Beth's sweaters were found in the Five Oaks neighborhood of northeast Dayton. One had a hole and blood across the front. Her books were found a few streets away. Her purse was also found in another nearby area. All were roughly in the same neighborhood. The fact that these items were placed in an area where they would be discovered is significant. The abductor could have easily placed these items in a trash bag and disposed of them in a dumpster behind a restaurant or store, and no one would have ever seen them again. He liked the fear and the horror that their discovery created. He liked the attention that the papers would give to the story. Beth had been missing for a few days when her mother got a call. A man demanded money for the return of Beth. It would turn out to be just an extortion plot. Henry Trussell would be arrested and questioned, but ultimately did not have Beth. He didn't have anything to do with the disappearance, but simply wanted to try to get money out of Beth's distraught family. However, the spot where he asked the family to drop the ransom money was very close to the 3 spots where her belongings were found. Beth Ann was found on Thursday, October 27, 1977, by hunters. Mr. Glendon Miller and his friend were hunting groundhogs and walking on opposite sides of a field when Miller spotted what he first thought was some sort of Halloween decoration or mannequin. He took a little closer look and realized what he was actually seeing. He later described a large gash on the chest to reporters. Beth's case was still open and still being investigated when on the morning of April 5, 1978, another young girl went missing. 13-year-old Lisa Janson of Cincinnati was abducted. She was found the next day in Kentucky. She had been raped and shot. Eugene William Gall, Jr. was apprehended nearby by Kentucky State Police after an armed robbery and shootout with police in Gardnersville, Kentucky. He killed a police officer during the shootout. His .357 Magnum would be linked through ballistics to the murder of Lisa Janson. Tire tracks near Lisa's body also matched Gall's vehicle. Eugene William Gall, Jr. had a long criminal history. He was a lackluster student in high school. He spent some time in the Army. In 1964, he was arrested as a peeping Tom. He was stalking women and peering in their windows. In 1970, he faced 8 charges in connection to several rapes, an abduction, and an armed robbery in Lima, Ohio. He was to be sentenced from 10 to 30 years. However, he was paroled in only 1977. That left him free to abduct, rape, and murder Beth Ann Mote and Lisa Janson. Lima, Dayton, Cincinnati. He got around. What other crimes did he commit? Are there more victims out there in small towns that haven't connected the dots yet? Gall is still in jail. They should have his DNA, or they can definitely get it. I think it would be definitely worth looking into whether he's connected to other crimes. Rest in peace, Beth Ann Mote and Lisa Janson.